50 Cent needs to back out of this beef with T.I. before it's too late.
Ooh.
The beef is looking lopsided, and 50 Cent is losing a beef with T.I.
50 Cent
badly.
is definitely losing. But he not losing to T.I. He losing to T.I.'s son. It's a difference. But losing is still losing. Nigga, if my son beat you, I beat you too, nigga.
Merely because T.I.'s son, King Harris, decided to step in his beef. See, when 50 Cent started the beef with T.I., I don't think 50 Cent anticipated or knew that T.I. was raising the light-skinned Tupac in his home.
All right, go outside, wet that whole shit up. And one of the niggas in Clubhouse was in the gas station. I didn't even know, though. This is not a main member of his again. So he get back on Clubhouse like, boy, y'all was in that gas station, y'all just woo-woo. And I'm like, yeah, nigga. And then we end up shooting up his house. He running, slipping through mud, all type of shit.
Is he talking about bullets,
and then
guns,
he called the war off. He said, nah, it's over. It's done. I'm walking out of Waffle House by his house. I tell my people before I go out, I say, hey, I don't give a fuck what he said. He ain't over with. I say, y'all be on point. Keep y'all guns in y'all hand out here with the woo. I walk in there, order my food. I come out, I got my head on my phone. Something just say, look up. I see two niggas with dreads and black hoodies run across the green box, start lighting it up. So boom, I just hear tagging the glass. I get down, open my car door. My gun was an automatic, so I opened my car door, grabbed it, ran at them. But they emptied the clip and started running, so they ran in some bushes while we chasing them down.
We thought the kid was a Rugrat character the whole time. He a savage, which would explain.
Bro, he has to be talking about paintball guns. Please, somebody tell me he talking about paintball guns.
And how little F's this kid has given.
No, that nigga don't give a fuck.
See, 50 Cent and T.I. had their own thing going on, and then 50 Cent posted T.I.'s wife, which is his mom. So he was forced to step in the beef to defend his mom. And since he has stepped in the beef, it's been literally lopsided. This kid has been giving 50 Cent hell, and it hasn't stopped, right? In our last update, we talked about how he kind of exposed 50 Cent for allegedly setting his baby mama house on fire while his son was in it. Like 50 Cent was playing with dildos at some point in his career. There's photos of this. So he exposed a lot of information about 50 Cent. I feel like the world wasn't privy to, but he hasn't stopped there. Today, he's back with more information about 50 Cent. The first time 50 Cent posted T.I.'s wife, T.I.'s son, King, posted 50 Cent's dead mother and made fun of her and posted her grave.
Right.
But 50 Cent apparently didn't learn his lesson because now he's back to posted T.I.'s wife again. He posted this picture of Tiny this morning.
He came back.
King,
he don't want to talk about how he deleted all them whatchamacallits though. The other day we proved and we got that for a fact, shorty. He took all that shit off. I think it was probably his team like, hey, you don't want to really play with this right here, buddy, okay?
So
he said he changed his mind.
More disrespectful and go after 50 Cent again. King responded back to what 50 Cent did by posting a picture of 50 Cent as a kid.
He even deleted that. He even deleted that, bro. I swear, bro. I'm on his page right now. I'm on 50 Cent real page, yeah. Even that picture that he just showed is not on here no more, bro.
Drawing that he did of his deceased mother.
He ain't ready to play.
And King titled this, "You are a great artist, Lil Ninja. Look just like Miss Jackson, ugly laughing. How much to buy it? 50 Cent, I'll pay top dollar." Now, I've never seen this picture. I'm probably sure it was like a quick Google search away.
Yeah.
But this is just crazy, man. Now, King didn't stop here, bro. King continued the disrespect. So King now apparently had a picture of 50 Cent's mother. So King dropped a diss track to 50 Cent where he's smoking on 50 Cent's dead mama.
Oh, no.
Yeah, how dare you talk about mamas? Yeah, mama in the grave, yeah, digga.
Oh, my God. He said, how dare you talk about my... Oh, my Lord, have mercy. This kid is crazy.
What's up, y'all? This video is sponsored by Cowsheet. Cowsheet is the largest prediction market in the whole US of A. It's an app where you can predict whether things will or will not happen. You can literally make real money by predicting what you think is going to happen in real world events. Do you think the Thunder is going to win the NBA championship? Or do you think the Detroit Pistons got it this year? You can even predict who's going to be the NBA Finals MVP winner. Or you can go even crazier and predict if you think Donald Trump is going to pardon Diddy or not. If you predict anything and get it right, you got a real nice payday coming your way. You can even predict if GTA 6 is gonna come out on the day they said it was and not get pushed back again. I'm tired of that. So basically, you buy a yes contract if you think the event is going to happen, and you buy a no contract if you think the event is not going to happen. And if you want that real money, you can increase your already great payday by using combos. Combos is going to multiply your winnings if you correctly predict what's going to happen in multiple events. Combos is the real way to go. You want to sock it to your pocket like a rocket? You better get on them combos, man. Go to the link in the description or in the pinned comment and download the app right now and start getting some of that money, man. It's too much money out here for you to be missing out, man. Shit. Go download that app right now. Use the promo code MAC to get $10 after you trade your first $10. Don't ever say I ain't do nothing for you, and don't ever say Mac Mula ain't put you on to none of that moolah. Peace out.
The diss track to 50 Cent where he's smoking on 50 Cent's dead mama.
Yeah, how dare you talk about mamas? Your mama in the grave, you dig her up, they put her under. By my mama, bitch, I'm on that static, I want thunder. They duck and pressure. The only one with compass. Since you trolling, let's get petty. They should shot. Ready. Yeah, I seen the black and white. You call the police, tell the business. You can talk that shit outside, but when you come outside, be ready. I don't know about what's gonna happen, but I know that karma dead. Tell Miss Jackson that I'm sorry, but I don't know why the fuck someone even get me started. I asked God.
He said, tell me, I ain't gonna lie, this shit riding too. That's the crazy part. Tell Miss Jackson that I'm sorry, but your son know damn well something to get me started.
Vincent Hill to stop the Curtis started. I didn't change it for my son, but since the jet, I've been cold-hearted. Raised the risk it for my mama, so this shit ain't disregarded. Like my flow, retarded. Tell the police that I'm capping, I'm just rapping, I'm an artist. Ain't the type to start no shit, the type to finish what they started. Keep it
He ain't
gangsta,
hit the
kids
loud
and
one
women ain't
time.
supposed to be no target. From that south, yeah, I ain't going not for nothing. Shot that boy 9 times, they should have shot him once right in his muscle. Really mad, cause Diddy, he was cuffing, she was touching on my pops.
I mean, listen, man, the diss track was boo-boo, okay? The diss track was garbage. It was trash.
That wasn't bad.
Not good at all. But the diss track did touch on all the narratives against 50 Cent.
Well, I couldn't hear the beat for real, but the lyrics sound decent.
Somebody in my comment section reminded me, because what I said was, man, King is too young for 50 Cent to beef with. It's kind of unfair. Somebody reminded me, and they said, Flacco, 50 Cent was terrorizing Lil Meech for I don't know how long. Lil Meech and King Harris are around the same age. So if you could beef with Lil Meech, how you beefing with Lil Meech, you could beef with King Harris.
For sure.
You just don't got nothing on King Harris.
He don't got nothing to say.
You and King Harris never had a relationship.
Right.
King Harris is too young. His business not really on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, this is a kid who's young enough to where he don't really got no smut on his name yet.
Yeah.
So it's hard to really beef with somebody you know nothing about, which is why me personally, I don't give no attention to like YouTubers who diss me, because I don't got time to research your life. I'm good, right? Like, I'm
no
straight.
cap, nigga.
So that's the that's the part where it's kind of like, bro, how do 50 Cent beat King Harris? He can't.
He can't.
Nothing.
All 50 Cent could do is keep posting his mama. But you posting King Harris' mama, who's alive. Every time you post his mama, he gonna post your mama. The difference is your mama passed away, so it's gonna hurt hard. See what I'm saying? Because I know he probably still got cousins and aunties and brothers and cousins and uncles and shit, you know?
About King Harris, and he don't have a relationship with King Harris, all right? Now, with King Harris, though, here's why I tell King Harris, listen, man, all right, you might be going too far. Watch your back, man, because I don't think 50 Cent is stupid enough to want to harm you. But the way you going, bro, the things you bringing up, bro, you got to be careful, man. Yo, King Harris brought up in this diss track that he got the black and white on 50 Cent snitching and telling. Well, earlier in the day, he posted the Lodi Mac paperwork. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. King Harris made this post on Instagram, and he says, I got 21 questions, but just answer this one. So who was Lodi Mac, y'all know? Whoever he was, after he died, that's when Freaky Cent started to fear for his life. And, well, it's up there. Is this who called my pops a rat with no black and white? Well, here's yours, sir. Now, the black and white he posted ain't really new to people like myself who has done, like, I think I did a full video on Lodi Mac and Jimmy Henchman. If you guys are not tapped in, go to my video. It probably got, I dropped this when I had like 50 subscribers, so it probably did like 2,000 views, but it's still informative, okay? Now, the paperwork is in black and white, and King posted, okay? So here's the paperwork if you guys have not seen it yet, okay? So the paperwork states, again, this is from the
2009
U.S. Department of Justice Report of Investigation, and it says, on or about October 9th, 2009, Sergeant Brian Smith received an anonymous call from a cell phone number. The caller stated that we should investigate James Rosman, a.k.a. Jimmy Henchman, in regards to the Lowell Fletcher, a.k.a. Lodi Mack homicide. Now, Lodi Mack, if you guys don't know, this was Tony Yayo's best friend, right? This was Tony Yayo's right-hand man, right? So he was a real integral part of, of like G-Unit and their street reputation. After further investigation, so they investigated this tip, it was discovered that the phone that was used in the anonymous tip was connected to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. On October 12, 2009, Sergeant Brian Smith David Torres arrived at the home of Jackson located at blank, Farmington, Connecticut. Jackson confirmed that he was the person who placed the anonymous call and that he was in fear of his life following the death of Lodi Mack.
Jackson confirmed that he was the person who placed the call and that he was in fear of his life following the death of Lodi Mack Fletcher. Jackson is 50 Cent, bro.
When
Curtis
asked
Jackson.
what he believed the motive for Henchman to murder Lodi Mack, he stated that he believed Lodi Mack was killed for the assault to Jimmy Henchman's 14-year-old son, Lodi, and various band members from the G-Unit group had participated in it. Now, the paperwork will state that Jackson stated that he will cooperate with the investigation and will be willing to provide any information he may have in connection to shooting involving Jimmy Henchman.
So this black
Jackson
and white
disclosed that he was shot.
This what I be saying. Like, I don't be taking nobody serious, especially these rap niggas. I don't take nobody serious when they call other people rats, because like 9 times out of 10, gang, your ass done told the popo something too. Like, you're in black and white paperwork talking about, so you called the police on the nigga, talking about, like, come on, bro, what are we talking about?
And the person who attempted to kill him had been hired by Irvin Lorenzo, a.k.a. Irv Gotti, and Kenneth McGriff, a.k.a. Supreme, further asserting the fear for his life.
Right.
Now, this paperwork has always been called into question. 50 Cent has stated in the past that it was fake.
Oh, they say
Tony Yayo has also stated in the past that it was fake.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys don't know the story of Jimmy Henchman and and Lodi Mack,
I ain't gonna lie. If it's fake, it's a good fake. It looked pretty. Goddamn it. I ain't saying it's hard to make no fake, but I'm just saying, like, look at the lines. It looked like it was like copied and like, you know what I'm saying? Look at the lines. Look at what's redacted, the way they redacted it. Some of the lines is like, it's not like a perfect picture.
Mack was killed. Let me remind you guys.
Reignited the beef, leading to a fresh wave of diss tracks from both 50 Cent and The Game. The back and forth was intense, and neither side seemed willing to back down. In 2007, the beef took a dangerous turn. In March of that year, Jimmy Henchman's son was heading into the building where his father's office was located. Tony Yayo and his associate, Lodi Mack, happened to cross paths with the 14-year-old. They confronted him, and Tony Yayo slapped the kid while Lodi Mack flashed a gun, threatening his life.
Oh, that's crazy.
The boy went inside and told his father about the encounter. The whole incident was caught on camera, leading to Tony Yayo's arrest. Although the charges against Yayo were eventually dismissed, Lodi Mack took the fall, claiming he was the one who hit the boy. He was sentenced to 2 years in prison for the assault. Tragically, just a couple of weeks after Lodi Mack was released from prison, he was shot dead in New York. This wasn't a random act of violence. Jimmy Henchman had put a hit out on him. According to Tony Yayo, the man who Lodi Mack was actually his cellmate in prison.
Jimmy Henchman case, all this is documented. But the hitman was actually in jail with my friend. So he befriended him in jail. And then when he got home, that's the same hitman that was his friend in jail. It was the actual hitman.
The was meticulously planned by Henchman and his associates.
Damn, he got locked up
they
for
got
that
information about Lodi Mack's release.
I ain't know this.
When they initially tried to identify
when all this was going on in 2007, I was 9 years old. I don't know what
by him, they missed him, but they persisted. Eventually, they found out who Lodi Mac's lawyer was and called the lawyer, pretending to be a friend of a close associate, Biggie. They told the lawyer that Biggie had asked them to look after Lodi Mac now that he was out of prison. Lodi Mac, grateful for the supposed help and thinking a friend was looking out for him, agreed to meet up with them. Tragically, this led to his demise. This was just the beginning of the chaos Jimmy Henchman unleashed on Tony Yayo and 50 Cent. The first time Jimmy tried to kill 50 Cent was pretty wild. He was driving down Manhattan's West Side Highway and decided to take his hand off the wheel to grab his gun. As he was passing by 50 Cent's building, he was ready to fire, but he had to stop when he noticed some cops tailing him. That failed attempt didn't deter him though.
That's crazy.
Jimmy got even more creative and sinister. He actually planned to blow up 50 Cent's bulletproof van. Knowing the cars were bulletproof, he figured an explosion might be the only way to get to 50. Jimmy's vendetta didn't stop there. He kept coming after Yayo and 50.
No, that's
there was
insane.
a drive-by shooting at Tony
up?
Yayo's mom's house, done with a silenced pistol. Jimmy's final attempt on Yayo's life was when he saw Tony Yayo's Bentley parked and decided to spray it with bullets. But, as luck would have it, Yayo was sitting inside his bulletproof van parked just behind the Bentley, so he escaped unharmed. After all these close calls, 50 Cent decided it was time to strike back. He knew that some of Jimmy Henchman's goons were based in Atlanta. 50 found one of their addresses and started leaving threatening phone calls. He even had his own goons leave a dead rat on the guy's doorstep.
Jimmy Henchman is currently in jail on like 2 life sentences. He's never getting out.
For real?
But Jimmy Henchman has maintained that he believes that 50 Cent snitched on him. However, there's been no real validation or verification of that particular paperwork. There's also another paperwork where they claim that 50 Cent put a restraining order on Irv Gotti and Ja Rule. There's no real verification of that paperwork as well. So currently it's just he said, she said. There's no like real proof of this, right?
Yeah.
Now, when Tony Yayo was kind of asked about whether or not he believed that 50 Cent snitched, Tony Yayo said that 50 Cent didn't need to snitch, and he don't believe that 50 Cent told because Jimmy Henchman had enough evidence against him to where they could pick him up.
I'm like, so then I was like, yo, you on some police shit? This nigga was like, nah, your man the police. Who 50 ever told on, nigga? What, 50 had a problem with Preem? Let's get into that too, because 50 had a problem with Preem. Preem was a nigga that was a well-known street nigga. And because Preem is hot, 50 told on niggas? Nah. Y'all both was high profile. 50 was high profile at the time. High profile nigga, supposedly something happened to him or you sent a missile or a torpedo or hit at a nigga. What you think the feds is gonna be watching? Wrong or right? So who a nigga told on? Because when you really think about it, we were supposed to be down with Preem Team. Think about it.
50 needs to abort this beef and stop giving this attention.
Tell you.
Because the more 50 Cent feed into this, the more people tune into King Harris. King Harris have demonstrated he's willing to go as low as he needs to.
Nah, for real.
He has nothing to lose. This the
you
first
can't
time
beat a nigga like that
with like a real YN.
Yeah.
Like we laugh at King Harris for being from the suburbs, but if he's actually out here shooting at people and going on drills and calling hits on people, and this is clearly a kid with nothing to lose.
You gotta be. I told you. I'm telling you, gang. You gotta. I've been telling y'all that shit. I peeped that about them suburban niggas a long time ago, folks. Being from Chicago, like I don't think the first time I really went to the suburbs, like you feel me, like I think the first time I ever went to the suburbs for real, I had to been like 12 or some shit. And I wasn't even deep in the suburbs yet. But like once I start like middle school, high school, start hanging out with going to the suburbs and shit, going to the mall, doing all that shit. It's like I noticed that them niggas out there, boy, like especially when they find out you from the city, you gotta be careful of them suburban niggas because you'll be from the city and you'll go out there thinking shit sweet, and that nigga kill you quicker than a city nigga. Why? Because he already feel like he gotta overcompensate because he feel like niggas think he a bitch because he from the suburbs. So he ain't gonna let nobody play with him. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them niggas be like that, just like how King Harris be. You feel me? He ain't gonna let nobody play with him because his whole life he felt like he was from the suburbs and maybe he ain't think that shit was cool or whatever the case is. For you know, it be different for different niggas, but like he said, for you don't want to, because 50 Cent at the end of the day, it's certain shit that he can't say. It's certain shit he can't go as low as King Harris can because 50 Cent still tied to stars and he got endorsements and companies and people to answer to for at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He don't own stars. You feel me? Like he got people, and even if he did own stars, he still gotta look out for advertisers and sponsors and shit like that You feel me? He can't go in there. He can't go on Instagram and just say whatever he want to say how kid care. You know, that's why you got to be careful with them young niggas, man. I'm telling you, folks.